The first one is Homegoing. This follows two African families that share a same like ancestor, like 7-8 generations ago. Each chapter follows one person from each generation of the two separate families. This book was really well researched, so it's a great book to start learning about the diaspora and the slave trade, but also families who are literally still in Africa and how they even played a part in that slave trade. It's very interesting. The next book I have for you guys is Babel. This one is a little historical fiction fantasy, and the main message that I got out of it is that language holds a lot of power, and where our language is taken from or stolen from is really looked over. I think Arf Kwong is an underrated storyteller. She's really good at weaving messages through her writing in such like an engaging way. Truly, I think like the friendship in this book is comparable to Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. I just really loved our main characters and I was rooting for them and their friendship. Super solid book. I would definitely recommend this. Next we have Legendborn, and this takes place on the UNC campus. And if you didn't know, I am a UNC alum, so I had to read this book. And it's basically about this girl who is at early college at UNC. So she's in high school, and when she gets on campus she realizes that she can like see magic and these demons that other people can't really see, and that's when she realizes that she has like these magical powers. And we spend the rest of the book fighting these demons, learning how to use magic, but also she is trying to figure out the details of her mother's death because she doesn't think that people have been totally honest about it. Mary Jane. This is about a girl, like a young teenager, she's like 14 in the 70s, living in Baltimore, and she has a very prim and proper life. Her parents are very like, let's go to church on Sundays, and the woman stays in the house and cooks, and you know, that kind of deal. So we have this 14-year-old who in the summer gets a job. She's a nanny for this family who lives in the neighborhood, and the dad is a psychiatrist. And so over the summer he takes in this rock star who is dealing with addiction. So our main character, she gets to know this rock star a bit, and she just, her eyes are open to this whole other world that she has never experienced before. I just love coming of age stories because it's the first time in a teenager's life where they realize that they don't have to do everything their parents tell them to do. And I just love to kind of see that switch in people, and so this book kind of really captures it super well. And lastly we have The Women. I think Goodreads just released that this was like the most read book of the year, but so I don't even know why I'm talking about it, but I loved this book and that's why it's at number 1. So it is about a nurse in the Vietnam War and just the trauma she faces and the PTSD, but when she comes back from war, it's brushed off and she isn't getting support. Kristen Hanna's storytelling, it's designed to make you cry. I was literally sobbing at the end of this book, and I've never cried so much from a book. It was kind of embarrassing. We see like romantic relationships and the trial she's facing and the goriness of war and the deep friendships that she has, but also the troubled relations she has with her family. And